So today in this video we're going to wrap up our, what is this, our fourth day? Yeah, our fourth day. We're going to wrap up our fourth day.
I'm looking up something.
It's our third day in Hawaii, but it's our fourth day vacation. So this morning we got up. We did not have to set the alarm, so we were able to sleep in as long as we wanted to. And I think we slept into what, 7:15 or 7:30?
Yeah, it was like 7:30 probably.
Yeah, and it was really nice not having to set an alarm and just get up whenever we wanted to. But we got dressed and we went to breakfast at M.A.C 24/7, and the lady there, she tried to warn me that their pancakes, because I couldn't remember, that their pancakes were absolutely huge,
dinner plate size,
big as a dinner plate. And I said, oh, I still want them. And I ate like probably half of them. But it was way too big. So next time I'll get a mini stack or whatever they call it.
Well, she said you could have got half order.
Yeah.
So it just giving you basically one pancake instead of two.
Right.
Which probably would have been better for you.
Right.
Yeah.
But it was really good. So then we knew that we had plans for this afternoon, but we had some time in between. So we went down to right after breakfast. It was still early, so we came back to the room. We got changed. We went down to the ocean, and we spent probably, I don't know, hour and a half, 2 hours, something like that, on the ocean. They had a parade today, and I did a Instagram live on my account, and I filmed the parade. And then we came back to the room and changed, and then we went to lunch.
Mm-hmm. Giovanni's pastrami again.
We went, that's the same place
that
that
pizza
we
place
went.
with you last night.
Right. And I was trying to order something different, and so I ordered the meatball sandwich, and I ended up halving it with Kevin, and I ate half of Kevin's pizza, and Kevin took half of the sandwich. And neither one of us liked it.
The sandwich wasn't very good.
It wasn't bad.
Well, the sauce they used wasn't like a good runny, like a tomato sauce or marinara sauce. It was a really thick paste, like almost like tomato paste. It was very, very, very thick. Yeah, it wasn't very good at all.
No, it was kind of dry.
And the sausage, I mean, the meatballs were kind of dry. And they had a really strong, so you ignore Ashley walking back here. I'll block her off.
She's wearing
it's like more than they would see if I was in a bikini out frolicking on the beach.
That's very true.
She's in shorts.
Yeah, she's wearing shorts and a sports bra.
Sorry, I thought I was out of frame, but I really don't care.
It was really quick. Anyway.
So anyway, after we ate and we walked back down.
We went to a bunch of stores.
Stopped at a bunch of stops. Sure. The international market, we went inside there. It's really cool in there.
It's nice.
It's an open area store, so the stores are all like, it's not an enclosed building. But it's really nice. It's a really nicely laid out. The theming's really nice in there. It's a really nice place. Expensive stores, but
if Ashley wants to go back in there again, we will, because we went in Free People. But then she didn't get anything. But then we went in Anthropology, and they have a really, really big sale section. And I think she would have liked to have spent more time there. But then Kevin told me what time it was, and we had to get back to the room and change to meet the bus.
I didn't realize I had spent that much time.
Yeah.
She bought a dress.
I said, you realize it's 2:45.
Well, Ashley, what's the name on that bag under your shirt? And I'll tell you where she bought a dress. It's on the table underneath that blue.
It's a big white bag.
Cocoa Mango.
Cocoa Mango. She bought a black dress for the Luau. So if you saw the picture from the Luau from the video before this, her dress was from Cocoa Mango. And she tried on a white one just like it.
They had a short one that was just like it, but short.
Yeah, and they have really nice clothes. All of their clothes were nice. But we met the bus for the Paradise Cove Luau. And so we had to meet the bus left at 3:30. But it takes, how long? An hour?
Hour and a half, maybe?
To get to Paradise Cove.
15 minutes. It wasn't too awful bad.
It is much shorter than the other tours we've been on.
It didn't seem like traffic was that bad.
No,
well, we also went a different direction. We were on the highway.
We did go a different direction, and it was better, honestly. You didn't get all the scenic views of the ocean.
Right.
but it just seemed shorter this way.
Right.
But we got there, and what do
It's
you
kind
want
of it's kind of a weird way it's laid out. So it I'll just say it outright. For one, you get you to spend more money there. That's what it's designed to do. So when you buy a package for this luau, you buy either, we did orchid, but they had like a diamond and a Hawaii.
Let me look at the packages.
It was diamond, Hawaii, orchid, and I think something else. I don't know.
Those are the categories.
Yeah, and those are like the tiers, the levels, and you got different things. Like we were just in the basic seating, kind of. We weren't in front. We were in the back, but it wasn't in the back. It was just in the back, and they give you these little cards with money put on them that for each tier you get so much money. You got the number?
Ashley has it.
Yeah.
Hold on. I had to change the battery real quick. So anyway, Ashley has pulled up the numbers.
So the lowest, there are 3 packages. The lowest one is the Hawaiian Luau package, and it's $125 a ticket for adults. You get a shell lay.
Which looks like this, which they give you free when you play the games.
Yes, you get the performance. You get the same buffet as everybody else.
Yeah, the food's the same.
Seating.
Yeah, it's on the side, like way on the side.
And everybody gets a complimentary drink when they go in. And then it says, but you got these cards to spend, basically. So adults got $12 on their card, and youth and child get $8. And you can spend it on drinks, like soda. We bought Diet
Yeah,
Coke.
you have to pay for your sodas. That's important to know.
Yeah, you only get water or tea.
Show them how big that cup was with your hand.
It was like a bathroom cup.
And I showed it. If you watched the video before this one, the day before, you'll have seen it.
Yeah.
It was not a big cup at all.
No, but they had water and stuff for free.
Yes.
But any alcohol you wanted, anything like that, you had to pay for it with the card. But you only got so much money.
And for a Coke, it was $4 off of that card.
Per cup.
Per cup, yes.
And it was filled with ice. It was
You
not
didn't get
worth
much,
it.
and I didn't get one. I just got water, and they said it really wasn't worth the money.
No,
It wasn't even a good Coke.
No,
it was
wasn't
like
it?
flat.
Yeah.
And the mixed drinks, they were expensive. Some of those, there was one drink that was $11.
$11, yeah.
See, I think the cocktails were pretty standard. Like standard bar price.
Yeah, but for a luau,
I don't know.
I don't know.
We don't drink, so we.
It seemed pretty standard.
Yeah. So.
Okay, the second package is the one we got, which was the orchid,
Mhm.
and it was $150 per adult. And then, do you care if I say the price while
No, we
No,
don't.
I don't.
We got a fresh flower lay.
Which is these.
That's the difference. We got middle seating, and then we got 16 for adult cards, which was us. And then if we did have a child, we would have 12. They would
Right.
get $12. And then the last one, the best one, is the deluxe package, and they get everything we did. If you're a woman or you just wanted that one, you could get the orchid lay. Men, or if you wanted this one, you could get like a nut lay.
They were different. They were dark.
Yeah, it was like a dark string of beads.
Yeah.
And it was
essentially.
chunky.
That's what it looked like. It looked like big beads or something.
Yeah. You also got $20 for the adult card and
Mhm.
$16 for the youth card. Deluxe seating,
Which was right up front.
table service.
Yeah, they served them food. They didn't go to the buffet.
Which
No.
honestly, I like to get my own.
I like to get my own food too.
Because I wanted a lot of pulled pork and none of anything else.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so we
literally.
we got to pile up as much of whatever we liked the best on our plate.
Mhm.
And with the way they were doing it, you had to depend on them giving
Well,
you
and I don't know
portions.
about you all, but I would have felt uncomfortable and embarrassed being like, I really appreciate you bringing me this whole plate of stuff. I would like for you to go back and retrieve me pulled pork.
Right,
Yeah,
just give them-
right.
Because that was the best thing to have.
So how much was that one?
Well, they also get a souvenir arrival photo,
yeah, they get the
and
photo for free.
a souvenir gift from Paradise Cove, but it doesn't say what it is.
Someone said it's something small. It's like a little wooden thing or something. Somebody showed a picture of it. I looked it up, and it wasn't any big deal.
Right.
It's $210, so it's a $60 difference.
$60 for and
And they sit in
the reviews that I
brunch
kept
and
reading,
box.
the reviews, almost everybody in the reviews saying it wasn't worth doing the more expensive package. It just wasn't worth the money.
Well, our total for the three of us, we paid $555.
That was with transportation, though.
Yes, yes. So we didn't have to worry about driving out there,
Right.
driving
They
back.
pick us up on a bus, take you, and then they bring you back.
Yes.
And our bus person was amazing.
Yeah, it was really one of the best bus drivers or bus guides.
What was
tour
her name,
guides.
Ashley?
Hala.
Was it Hala?
Yeah.
Her name was Hala, and she works for Paradise Cove, but she's the one
She was
that,
good.
It was an absolutely fantastic bus ride. The bus ride was better than the show at Paradise Cove.
So you get in. So basically, the time when you first get in, the gates open pretty early, and so you've got a lot of time between the time you get there and the time the actual show, the time the food starts. What they want you to do is go around and you do these activities. They had a sword throwing, a spear throwing. They had a Hawaiian bowling, which I don't know if that's real or not. I don't know if that seemed made up, but maybe it wasn't. But every time you did one of those activities, you could get one of these little shell necklaces. And but you could keep, as long as the lines were short enough, you could keep doing them over and over again. You could have stacks of these little shell things.
Mm-hmm.
But they had those two activities. They had a thing where you can make a little bracelet, which had like 4 of these flowers on it. You could make a bracelet, and I think that was about it for the activities.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know of any other activity. I think that was the only 3.
At one point, they had somebody come out to give you hula lessons.
Yeah,
but
it
didn't last long.
Did you tape it? You taped it.
I did not tape it because we were in line to get drinks.
Yeah, I thought you went over there.
I recorded him blowing the shell to call people over. But I didn't record any of the hula lesson. But
it was just them showing you how to do it.
It was very, very, very short.
Mm-hmm.
It was probably less than 10 minutes.
And then they called on the shell again, and you went to go see they got the pig out of the ground in the oven and carried off wherever they did with it.
They had some
we didn't
hula
go. We didn't do
dancers.
that, but they did that part.
Right.
We were in line. But yeah, if you want drinks, you gotta go stand in line. The buffet though, they did a really good job with the buffet.
Mm-hmm.
They had tons of lines to open up.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't have to wait very long. We walked right up and got our food. It really wasn't any big deal at all. The food was good. I liked the food.
I like the food too.
I pretty much ate everything.
Everything that I put on my plate, I ate, and
Yeah.
I thought it was really good.
I even tried the fish, something they didn't try, and I thought the fish was pretty decent too. I mean, it wasn't like the greatest fish ever, but it was good.
If you watch the video, the little coconut square that I got, I loved it. I thought it was delicious. That cupcake was wonderful.
It was vanilla cupcake.
Pulled pork was good.
Mm-hmm.
The roll,
You never did get a piece of chicken, did you?
I had chicken. Yeah, I had a piece of chicken.
Oh, you did get the chicken.
Yeah, I had chicken. I had
was good,
salad.
I didn't get salad.
It was all very, very good.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
So
Everything that I got.
I don't have a complaint about the food at all. The food was really good. And then once you got finished eating, they kind of started the show right there. But they were kind of doing a lot of singing and stuff. We got up. We were gonna go back and get
more food.
But then they started like doing some of the show, and it's like, so what do you want to do?
Right.
Go or stay.
There's improvements that could definitely be made.
Yeah, they've been doing this for ages.
And they've been doing it forever. But there's things that need to be improved on. Maybe maybe they just have been doing it so long, they don't even realize it, and nobody might have called their attention to it. But they need to let people know when the show's going to start.
Yeah, even if they say, welcome.
They need to let people know.
We're going to get started in 5 minutes or whatever.
Yeah, because there's it's just like it starts and you might be going to the bathroom or in line getting a drink. You have no idea that the show's about to start because you don't know what time. I'm sure they know what time it's going to start. We as the audience have no idea what time it's going to start, so you just don't know.
I mean, there is a program for it, but I didn't know.
We didn't get a program.
Yeah.
I didn't get a program when we went in, so they don't give you a program. And then they have an intermission. You can go get your picture taken. And for us, the picture was $20, so we were able to use our card. Because you can combine the cards.
Yeah.
So if you're wondering about that, yes, you can combine the cards.
Yeah, it's just like using a debit card or a prepaid card. So you put so much money on a card, that's all it is. So like a gift card. So if 2 people have 2 different gift cards, you can still use both of them.
Right. So we got our picture taken, and then they told you that during intermission you could go pick up the picture, pay for it, and all that. So we went and did that.
And the minute intermission started, we got up and left.
Yes.
And but by the time we got done getting our picture, they had started back up again.
Yes.
They were right at starting up
But
again.
they didn't tell you.
There's not much time between.
We're going to start back up even.
No.
It would be nice if they would just start playing some music, just some like introduction music before they start.
Or hey, we're going to start the show in 5 minutes.
Because people they're not back in their seat yet.
Yeah. But that buffet was open almost the whole time the show was going on, because there was a couple guys on the other side of us that literally got 3 piled plates full of stuff. They kept going back and getting food.
Right.
So you can get buffet. You can eat all you want to. You definitely can eat your money's worth.
There is a really popular travel. I'm not going to call him out because I don't want to say anything negative about him, but there's a really, really popular travel YouTuber. And he posts videos, a lot of videos about Hawaii. And people ask him about different luau's. And he has always given the response, I really don't go to the luau's because once you've seen one, you've seen them all. That is not true.
At least in our experience.
It's like he went to one luau and he doesn't want to spend money going to other luau's. So he's just assuming they're all the same.
Or he's been to a couple and maybe they were the same.
But they have not been, that has not been the case.
No,
because
this one was not as good a show.
No. This is, if you are looking for an excellent luau, you need to go to the one at
Sea Life.
At Sea Life Park, is that what it's called?
Sea Life Park, yeah.
Yeah.
It's Ka Moana Luau.
That's the one you need to go to.
And that's the one, we like the show a lot. Now, the food we can't tell you because we didn't do the buffet. We went last year.
During COVID.
It was right at the end of COVID kind of still hitting. So they were still giving you literally styrofoam containers with food already in them.
Yeah.
So we can't tell you what their buffet is like. I thought the food when we got them was decent. So I don't know. The review sites that I read back then said that the food is their weakness at that one, but the show was really good. So
if you want an excellent,
I mean, the whole point's the show, not necessarily the food.
Yes, that's the point.
Yeah. But you can usually find at least one item you really like and just pile your plate full of it.
Right. But the music was 10 times better at the Sea Life Park. The singing, the
acting,
the singing,
the stuff going
the dancing, the hula dancers, the guys. Yeah,
the interaction between the guys, and he was hilarious too.
Yes, they were
chief.
Absolutely fantastic at that Sea Life Park, and the way that they run their show, they have it down to where when we went, like we said, it was during COVID, so there wasn't people getting up and down going to the buffet. But when we were there, you knew once the show started, it started.
Yeah, there was no intermission and all that.
No, there was no intermission, so it wasn't confusing or anything. And so everybody sat there, you watched the show, and then when it was over, it was over.
Well, in this one, they said intermission was a certain amount of time, and it was not.
It was not that amount of time.
They said like 15 minutes. It's like, wow, that was the shortest 15 minutes I've ever heard.
Yeah, it was not 15 minutes. It was a good luau.
It was entertaining. I mean, people around us were all hooting and hollering and everything. They liked it, but it's just...
And it made me wonder, is this the only luau they've
ever been to?
Because if that's the only luau you've been to, you would think that was probably terrific. Us having gone to the Sea Life Park, we can tell you that's the one you want to go to.
Show.
So even if you don't necessarily support Sea Life or Sea World or whatever,
because we don't either. We don't go to zoos.
We don't necessarily go to the zoo, but you don't have to support that to be able to enjoy this luau. And let me tell you something else too. The backdrop at the Sea Life Park. The backdrop was the ocean and the mountains. It was natural.
Yeah.
It was all Hawaii. You are looking out behind these people. You're looking out at Hawaii. Mm-hmm. The one at Paradise Cove was really nice.
And they're on the ocean too.
But it's on a stage. They've created
this
a stage
huge
there.
Stage.
So you're not getting to see Hawaii in the background and the sunset and all that because it's a
big stage
taken up by that stage.
Yeah, it was. It just wasn't as good.
So the background at Sea Life Park is a better background.
Yeah, and I thought the one at Paradise Cove was more. It seems like they did at least 3 dances that were all hula dances. It's like that's what they concentrate on, is these girls swinging their hips, and they didn't do anything else.
They, we wanted to talk about the fire. The guy who did the fire
knife dance.
He was good.
Yeah,
He was good. The best fire show we've seen is the one at the Polynesian. The Polynesian
Breath of Ha or something like that.
The
Breath of Life or something like that.
Yeah, that show at the Polynesian. It was the main people doing it were 2 women. But they had a bunch of other people.
They had guys there too.
So you weren't just getting those 2 women. You had like a whole stage full of people doing a fire show. Where at the Paradise Cove, it was
one guy.
One guy at a time.
No, it was just one guy.
Well,
Period.
No, it was the same guy.
One guy held fire and ran around. But
that's right.
The guy that spun it and all that stuff was the same guy.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because one guy brought it out at the beginning, but then he passed it on to somebody else.
And the one at Sea Life Park, I think they had 2. Maybe they had 2. But literally the Polynesian one, the Cultural Center, they had
Polynesian Cultural Center.
I think I counted 10 fire dancers at the same time out, with the one girl spinning 2 of them at the same time.
So if that's your thing,
if you really got it pumped up by that kind of stuff.
Yeah, if you really want to see the fire, and that show is an 1.5-hour show.
Yeah, it was a good show.
So and the food there, like we told you, if you watch that wrap-up video from Dave, the first wrap-up video we did was of Dave's 1, 2, and 3. That was very well worth it, the food and everything.
And the price was good too.
But the Paradise Cove, I'm glad we went because we wanted to do another luau. But I want you all to know, if you want a better luau, you need to go to Sea Life Park.
Yeah, and like I said, can't talk about food. All we can comment on is the show.
Excellent show,
yeah.
and the women, the singing and everything was just phenomenal. So that's all we've done. We got off the bus. The bus ride back, like Ashley, you heard Ashley say, it was awesome. It was like an epic bus ride back. I mean, the time went by like that because we were entertained. She was playing music for us. We were all singing and they were dancing and stuff like that. It was just an awesome bus ride back. So we stopped at the ABC store and got some drinks, and we've come back up to the room for the night. But that has been the end of our day 4.
Yep.
So I hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching.